If you're a teacher and you've always wondered how to use social media for education, look no further because in today's video, that's exactly what our topic is. All of these talk about online learning and making sure that kids at home are still able to study is creating a lot of debate online. So in today's video, I want to give you guys 2 ideas on how to approach this new challenge. If your school or education center already has online learning platforms, then great. Unfortunately, because also I'm coming from a developing country, I understand that there are a lot of kids out there who might not have the same access to online learning portals. So we'll be using the one common denominator that might increase their chances of getting into this online learning space, and that would be social media. The first idea that I'd like you guys to consider as teachers and as educators would be to use Facebook as lower tech solutions for your online learning platforms. Now, I did say lower tech. It doesn't have to be as extensively high tech as a lot of the online learning platforms that I'm seeing out there, and there's a very good chance that the parents of these children that you are communicating with are probably on Facebook already. One way that you can use this lower tech solution would be to upload your key class notes in the form of Facebook photo albums. Brands are already using this method of propagating information and useful educational tidbits to their consumers. So I don't see what's stopping you from putting up your class notes in this form. Take a look at some of these samples coming up. If you have students who might not have the bandwidth or the data capacity to load photos in these Facebook photo albums, what I would suggest is to upload these key class notes in the form of Facebook comments. This is a trick that many of my friends from the industry are using. For example, we would post food recipes in the form of infographic photos, but then you'd still see a lot of people ask, "Where's the recipe?" It turns out that because they're on the free version of Facebook, they couldn't really see the photos that were being uploaded, and so they would look at the comments to see if anyone was posting the recipes for them. It's definitely not rocket science, it's not sexy at all, but it gets the information across. And as teachers, I think that's what we're all trying to do, right? It might also be a good idea for you to conduct Facebook Live Q&As for your students. So some households might not have enough gadgets to go around between working parents as well as the kids who need to get on these Q&A sessions. So what you could do is stagger them throughout the day so that they happen during different times of the day. Maybe during the times when the parents are not using the devices. Admittedly, it's not super efficient for you as the teacher, but I think it does a really good service for the kids and their families. The second idea that I'd like you to consider would be to move beyond the role of an educator and also be a connector and a supporter on social media. Let's talk about being a supporter first. In this sense, I want you to try and be a supporter for stressed and anxious parents. With 1,000 things going on throughout the day in the minds of these working from home parents, the last thing they need is the added stress of ensuring that their kids are doing their schoolwork while at home. As teachers, we have to treat parents as our proxy educators while at home. Are there ways for us to make it easier for them? Are there ways where we can teach them some tips and tricks that we've learned in the classroom to make sure that we can grab the kids' attention? Are there useful links or sites where we can advise them on how to be better at-home teachers for their kids? And if we can spare the time and the effort as well as the mental space to do it, I think this is a really great opportunity as well for us teachers to become a consultation hotline of sorts for parents who are trying to be teachers at home. One of the best ways to do it is, of course, open up either a Facebook group or a chat group with the parents of all the students that you're teaching and make sure that they know what times are available for these extra consultations. However, that comes with a bit of a warning. I understand that it can be very, very hard to try and squeeze this in a busy day of a teacher, let alone somebody who's a part-time teacher such as myself. So only do this if you think that you can commit the time and the energy to do this. I know it's asking for a lot, but teaching is a vocation. Now, how about becoming a connector? I think becoming a connector is also another role that we as educators can play using social media. For example, one of the biggest challenges now for this online learning thing happening in the Philippines is that there will be a lot of children who will be left behind just because their families simply cannot afford new gadgets or new computers for the kids to use to study. What if you can help advise these parents on lower cost options or even connect them with companies that might be willing to either sponsor devices or at least sell them at massive discounts? Don't underestimate the kind of pull that you have as a teacher. We're a pretty powerful bunch, because who wouldn't want to support an education drive? I think if you ask the right people and you ask your community, so many of them will be more than willing to help. And if you're not a teacher, I think this video is still very relevant for you. You've seen the challenges and you've heard the kinds of problems that teachers and parents might have. So I highly encourage you to go out and look for a teacher or a community that needs your help, and you could be a change maker there. I want to hear your thoughts on how we can use social media for education as well as teaching. So don't forget to drop a comment below. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and also hit that subscribe button. Now go share this video with a teacher that you know, and may you be better today. My name is Jason, and thank you for watching this video.